All right, let's take off our BRB message, pull out our chat, and then let's get back into game. All right, so welcome back. Let's proceed, man. Let's do Baal. About that time. Actually, you know what? We are pretty close to getting another level. Maybe we could probably go the long way. Kill a few more monsters. I have no doubt in my mind that if we just go down, we would probably end up getting enough experience down there to actually get another level, but might as well just do it now. Besides, there's always the option of actually getting some better drops. You know, I was thinking when I was taking a break about some of the gear that I have on, and if I'm really that serious about potentially getting a magical Colossus blade or Colossus sword in time. Oh nice, look at that, a dual one. Is that I should probably start to look at maybe getting some more magic finding oriented gear. Although, I mean, I need to do some like hardcore magic finding, because I really think that if I'm going to be serious about that, I should probably look for the Talrasha set, because the Talrasha set gives you all kinds of whatchamacallit, resistances and whatnot, plus the magic find percentages if you have enough of it equipped. I used to actually have this really awesome magic find min-maxing guide that I created once upon a time, because I used to do it with a sorceress actually way back when, and I found that instead of just having raw magic finding gear, it was better to actually have parts of the Talrasha set, because when you get into the upper difficulties, you need the resistances. You cannot live without them, especially when you find a monster that's lightning enchanted. I mean, it's just gonna roll right through you. That's something you absolutely positively cannot ignore. So that's why, you know, for instance, I have Moser's here with 2 perfect diamonds in it for the extra resistances. Plus 63%. Not that perfect. Actually, you know what? I should probably look at Ariat Summit and find out if the resistances on this thing are a variable. Because I'm wondering why it's such a random number like that. I have to look at that another time. So I guess I'll just be on the hunt for maybe another Moser's. Because unless I can find like a shield, maybe like a necromancer shield, like, you know, one of the preserved heads or whatever, that has like a shit ton of resistances, I think I'm probably going to end up sticking with it. Oh, flawed emerald there. Well, that's tier 2 gem. Pretty trashy. Ah, shit, that's right. We're not in the throne room yet. Whatever. It's fine. More EXP, baby. And now we have the dart shooters. Awesome. That's fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to deal with here. Come on, Blizzard. This is stupid. This is so cheesy. Why do you guys have to do this? You guys ruined Act 5. This is awful. You know what? We're gonna feed our Mr. Kasim here a pot. You know, as far as us actually dumping more skill points into something, I had considered at one point maybe putting a couple skill points into, say, like amplify damage, because I think with this build, some of the other curses are kind of subpar. Lower resistance is a pretty good skill, or I mean a good curse. I mean, especially with the bone mages. But I mean, when you get into Hella, everything's like immune, or what's the other one? Resistant towards a lot of different... what are you doing? A lot of different elements. So, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work out. Man, look at this shit. Look at how many enemies there are. Look at them. This is definitely a sight to behold. My armies here, man, they're doing some excellent work here. I'm proud of them. There we go, getting another level. So let's take a look. Still can't get another skeletal mage, but why don't we start pumping a couple of skill points into that. Man, we started off this stream so well. Got ourselves some gore riders and an ist rune. Now I ain't finding shit. Although, to be very honest, I mean, I'm not hoping for actual drops here. I'm just really looking to actually progress. That's it. Pretty simple. Getting a really good amount of experience here. You know what I should be doing? I should absolutely be doing some magic finding so I can find some chance guards, which are unique chain gloves. Give you some really good magic find percentages. Daddy would like them. Maybe try to find a Shaco, a Harlequin's Quest. Harlequin's Crest, if I can say that properly. Going back on an earlier discussion about possible other series to play. You know, something that I've actually was really considering playing was Mount and Blade Warband, actually. I mentioned in my Guild Wars stream about doing Freeman Guerrilla Warfare, which is basically like a modern day themed Mount and Blade like game. It's like basically Mount and Blade with guns and like a war-torn Eastern Europe kind of thing. But it's early access, and you know, without trying to really beat that dead horse with the stick again, it's not optimized at all. It's still in early access, so it's going to be a while before I actually touch that game in an official capacity. But as far as Mount and Blade Warband, you know, honestly, I really wanted to do a series, but I figured I was going to wait until Bannerlord released. If it releases, it seems like it's more like vaporware at this point in time. But I don't know, man. See, my problem with Mount and Blade Warband is, I've said this before a long time ago, or a while back, is just, God, that game looks like shit. It's a fun game, don't get me wrong, it's just, I don't know, man. I just don't know what to say. You know, I was sitting there ragging on Total War and its battle gimmick, and then I'm talking about playing Mount and Blade Warband, which is basically the same shit, only it's done in a first-person or a third-person fashion. So I don't know. I think that would be slightly hypocritical, I guess. I gotta drop some of this garbage like that. Turn on the fan. It's funny, every time I sit down, I'm like, man, you know what? Probably don't need that fan on. I start live streaming a little bit, and then for whatever reason, it gets the blood pumping. Starts to get a little flushed. Still ain't finding shit here. It's kind of funny to actually see these Doom Knights in here. Thematically, they make sense. Man, my armies are just doing a hell of a job here. I'm really surprised that I'm not having... Oh, I say that, but now I've got to actually replace a couple of mages. They were doing good there. Come on, what are you guys doing? Get in there. Start doing some damage, damn it. Just fucking standing around. It's like almost nothing for me to interact with here. Other than keeping amp damage up. Shit, at this point, we might actually gain another level. It would be pretty swell. Oh, heard something drop. This guy was just a normal split mail. Oh, let's hear you. Mana recharge shrine, sure. Doesn't really do me any good. Only time that actually really works out to my benefit is if I'm fighting, say, somebody with mana burn, or if I'm just starting to create my skeletal armies, because that's very taxing. Still got a lot of stat points. Might have to actually start pumping some stat points into, like, vitality. As a matter of fact, you know, I'm just not sure if I actually need the dexterity yet. Like I said, I don't want to be in that situation where I'm like level 80 with no stat points, and all of a sudden I get that one piece of gear where I really need the dexterity for. I don't want to do that. I want to keep a couple of, or at least a decent bank of stat points just to use at my disposal. I mean, although, I mean, I've got 60 points right now. Pumping in quite a bit into health, I think, would probably be the best use of it. So if I'm not mistaken, the amount of strength that I have right now is all the strength that I'm going to need. And the only reason why I have that much strength is because, well, there you go. That's the reason. So I can equip smoke in my shark tooth armor. That's it. Works about there instead of the throne room. This is taking a hell of a lot longer than I expected it to. Just simply because of these these random ass enemies. It's hilarious. I'd be hating life right now if it was, you know, something that was actually mowing through all my skeletons right now, but that's not the case here. Alrighty. We shall proceed. Finally here. Yes. I'm going to take my time in this room, or this area. We're going to kill off all the enemies, so we have no surprises. I don't want to get up to the bosses and have to retreat and then have to be completely bombarded by all these guys. Because that shit sucks. Go down here. Look at that! It's still random enemies. These guys are from the Durance, from like late Act 3. It did take actually a little bit of damage there. Interesting. Let's go ahead and pop a potion. I don't see how. I've got maxed out resistances, man. Shouldn't be taking any damage, or any damage that I would be taking should be minuscule. Yeah, if we clear out all these guys, there's the definite possibility of actually gaining another level here. I think the damage I'm taking is from... is it Meteor? I think. has to do some sort of like physical damage or armor penetrating damage. I don't know. Look at that, I'm still taking damage. Oh, get out of there. Oh, wow. Wow, look at that, my mages. They got crushed. Nice to find some more diamonds. I'm actually completely out of perfect diamonds, except for the one that's in my stash right now, the one that I actually tried to upgrade my, whatchamacallit, my gloves with. So even if I find chipped diamonds, I need to keep them. Which sucks too, because I mentioned before how I was leveling up like one of my barbarian mules, and I had a whole bunch of like low-level gems that I needed the space, so I just ended up vendoring them. Now I'm kind of like, maybe I shouldn't have done that with diamonds, because I definitely need them. Although with that being said, I mean, when we progress into hell, I mean, flawless and perfect gems should be the norm. I mean, as far as drafts go, so shouldn't have a problem on that front, hopefully. Oh, we got a teleportation magic resistant, right? Jesus Christ, there's a lot of these guys everywhere. Come on, get in there. Now they're concentrating on him. Perfect. Yeah. Didn't give me anything I wanted, but I'll take that full rejuve potion. I like them French fried taters. Almost completely boxed out. Any other surprises? Nope. Okay. Let's go down. Although it does suck though. We're killing all these monsters, and that way if my skeletons die, I'm only gonna have... Oh shit, Jesus Christ. Hey there. Taking damage. Let's heal. Man, that was like armor penetrating, because that straight up just did damage to me and didn't even affect my bone armor. Alright, so we're about halfway to level 63. Don't think we're going to be able to get that unless Baal ends up giving me enough experience. Because with his the mobs that are up here, plus the guys that he ends up spawning in, might be able to give us enough to where when we actually kill Baal, we gain a level. Well, we'll find out. I hate that Cruffy Fire. I probably should have taken a look. Instead of Natalia's, I could have equipped Gore Riders, but Natalia's give us all those resistances. Totally necessary. Alright, let's back that ass up. Nope. Let's actually just use these. Garbage. Garbage. Oh, yes. Finally here. This feels good. Been waiting for this moment. Alright, now we gotta kill Randomat Plus. Oh, my people are doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and pick up this greater health potion. Give it to Kasim. My armies are doing really well. Except for my golem. Back up. Probably should actually pick up the healing potion and get out of there. Let's give that to Kasim. Ah, he's gonna fucking die. Wow. Taking some mega damage here. That wasn't so bad, I guess. Relatively speaking. There's a lot of elemental damage. Come on, go up there and kill that guy. Get him. See, my people can only just focus on the one enemy. We'd bombard our way through this. Ah, yes. The Venom Lords. Make sure we keep that amp damage up on all of these guys. Cost me almost basically nothing to actually cast this. Ah, so you don't want to be just standing in one place, because Baal still does chuck around some of his spells. So it looks like the council members so far are the ones that gave me the most trouble. And if I'm not mistaken, I think after the Venom Lords is the Lister, the Annihilator. I think. Come on, you bastards. Focus on somebody. There we go. Let's back up a little bit. There they are. Looks like he's got stone skin. Okay, that sucks. Just gonna make him a little bit more difficult to kill. Not really difficult, just time consuming, I guess. Although all the other minions are dying. Lister the Tormentor, not the Annihilator. That was close. You know, after many, many years of playing this, I don't think I've ever really received anything of value from fighting Baal's minions, to be very honest. Like, all of your good gear is going to actually come from killing Baal himself. Which, you know, I think when we're doing hell, just on my own time, I'm thinking that I perhaps will do some Baal runs. Oh, look at that, we gained a level. God damn it, I still can't get a 7th one. Fine. Oh, that sucks. Something to get a 7th skeleton there. Oh, get out of there. Alright, so there's a way to do this. If you can get Baal up in his throne room, and then you just park your ass right over here while all of your skeletons rush in there. So I can just basically sit here, just like so, and then they all rush in there. And none of his spells, they hit you. They don't hit you. Really good. Although unfortunately, we're getting a lot more of these. Whatchamacallem? Tentacles. Come on, get in there! Fucking do that damage, damn it. I need him to, like, come down, like, one pace, so that way my mercenary can get in there, but we're doing pretty good damage. We're not taking any damage ourselves. Come on, drops! Come on, drops! I need them. This means I could probably drop all the rest of this bullshit. That's garbage. Okay. Probably drop that. Drop you. I'll feed that to Kasim. I want to make sure that I actually have amp damage up on this guy. Look at that. He's getting in there. Kasim is. I only lost one skeletal mage. Yeah, buddy. This is the way to do it. Come on. Give me something good. Come on, baby. What do we got here? I don't remember what unique tower shield was. Heavy belts. Well, isn't I think that's Sanders. Gauntlets is Saigon set. Legend sword.
Never doubt my skills.
Right. Okay, so we're gonna have to come back here. Okay, so before we talk to Tyrael, let's go back to town. Hold up a second, Tyrael. I got loot.
Hello.
What do we got? Wow, I haven't found that thing in a long time. Holy shit. Bavarit Keep. Well, maybe I will keep it. I've already got some Saigon. Oh, it's Aratha's. And I already got that as well. You know what? Actually, before we throw that in our stash, why don't we go ahead and create a flawless sapphire. Actually, let's make a P ruby. There we go. Excellent. Fabulous. Now I have room. See, this is the part where I really wish I could actually just give this to somebody instead of tossing it. Let's go back in there and get our shite. So what do we got? We've got a balanced axe, which is a throwing axe, and a legend sword.
I am impressed.
We'll let the credits roll here for a moment.
Overcome the greatest challenge this world has ever faced and defeated the last of the prime evils. However, we are too late to save the World Stone. Baal's destructive touch has corrupted it completely. Given enough time, the World Stone's energies will drain away, and the barriers between the worlds will shatter. The powers of hell will flood into this sanctuary and eradicate your people and everything you've labored to build. Therefore, I must destroy the corrupted World Stone before the powers of hell take root. This act will change your world forever, with consequences even I cannot foresee. However, it is the only way to ensure mankind's survival. Go now, mortal. I have opened a portal that will lead you to safety. May the eternal light shine upon you and your descendants for what you've done this day. The continued survival of mankind is your legacy. Above all else, you have earned a rest from this endless battle.
Hell yeah, I did. Showing! Congratulations! We'll henceforth be known as Conqueror. Ain't it dead yet? Nice skinny puffy reference there. Awesome. So I really wish it would actually... So this is another thing you guys could fix, Blizzard, right? So I'm a Conqueror. And when I go to join games... You know what? Actually, turn the music off here so I can actually talk. So I'm not competing with it. So anyways... So now I'm in hell, Blizzard. And unfortunately, if I go to join game, it's not actually going to show me any of the games that are in previous difficulties. There should be an option in here to actually change that. Because right now I have a couple pieces of low-level gear that I'd just love to give away to somebody, but I can't see normal games. And I'm not going to log into one of my characters that are still in normal to actually find out if there's an actual open game available or not. It sucks. I don't understand why you guys never fix this. Like, I really wish. Wait, what? How come I can't create a hell game? Huh. Whoa, what the hell? Should be able to get in a nightmare, right? Let's log out for a second. Log back in. There we go. Okay, so I just need to log back in. So if we go to join, yeah, nothing. Okay, so we'll just do Act 1. Anybody that wants to join in, hey man, I'm all for it. I'm about it. Let's create this game. Oh, yes.
Good day.
Oh shit, I don't I don't have Kane. So you know what? Cancel that. Let's go into a normal game here. We'll call it Free Gear Here. There we go. Talk to Kane.
Good to see you.
Hopefully somebody will join here. That's pretty shisty. It's got very fast attack speed. I've been paying attention to actually all of the throwing items that I could use as a throwing barbarian. A throw barb. Right, you know what? We'll even repair it for anybody. So I've done this before and nobody actually joins because there's not a lot of people that are playing non-ladder characters. Hella fire resistance, but it's meh. I don't know. I'd give it away if somebody wanted it. You know, I actually have another pair of Gore Raiders. I really don't need these, but let's take a look. So let's compare. Let's do this side by side. How about that? Okay, so we've got chance of open wounds, deadly strike, crushing blow. So it's clearly a melee focused pair of boots. No resistances, but it's got the plus 30% run walk. These have resistances, lots of defense, 40% run walk, and pretty comparable defense, just slightly less by 2. Don't need them. So I guess if somebody actually joins this game, I'll just give away my Gore Riders. So you know what? I'll tell you guys what. It's about that time. I'm going to take another quick break. If you guys out there are watching right now and want a couple of pieces of free gear, you guys already know what I'm going to be giving away. Come right in. I'm in Act 1, normal. Hardcore characters, of course, non-ladder. And the name of the game is Free Gear Here. So I will see you guys in a moment. If you guys do happen to hop in the game, just give me a moment to come back and I'll drop the gear. So I'll see you guys in a few.